All right, so today's video, we're going to be watching a Silver 3, Ayari and Kiriko. And the way this was described was it's the most silver game you'll see. I don't know what that means. We'll have to find out.
Defend objective A. I won't fail.
I mean, so far, I love how you started in the far back hallway of the room, so it took you 10 seconds to get out of spawn doors. Oh no, here we go again with the Reaper in the back line. Make sure you ping the Reaper. What is... What is going on? Well, they finally got the Pylon, so that's a good sign. Nice shot. So I do want to point out, by the way, I do want to point out, I like this play by you. Going on like an off angle and trying to give them something to worry about rather than just running it down mid to the left. I really like this adjustment. All right? This to me is a good play. I like this. This is a good habit to get in when you're playing like, when you're playing Ayari, even BAP at times, like going on this off angle and like having your hot healing Pylon do the majority of the healing, getting some damage output. I do like that play. Yeah, so far it's been a long death match. Am I wrong? It just feels like it's been a long death match. We're doing anything good? How about you? So, you know, the interesting part so far is like, here's the problem I'm running into right away with like even giving feedback so far in this game is you're kind of, you're playing fine. And what I mean by that is like, you know, we're not talking about like mechanics here and like where your aim's going to say, like your positioning's been fairly solid. I think overall you've put yourself in pretty good spots. You've made some pretty good plays, but like nothing's really happening. It turns into a death match, and then you kind of just get stuck here. Aaron, thanks for the 3 months of the British Friends. Thank you, appreciate it. You're right, that is similar too. Get your Pylon up here in a second, though. I want to see you put a Pylon down. Get in the habit of having your Pylon out right now behind a wall to your left where they can't get it. Perfect. Good job. Just having the habit of having it out and in a good spot is a good start. You'll see. Okay, it's probably time to ult only because you need to try to help your team get out of here and make a play. Good job. This is fine. I just like you. You know what? Chat. We're going to talk about that right there because I'm not even mad with that ultimate. I'm just happy that you used your ultimate. Like, it didn't show on the kill feed, but you made Mei went out of position. You had high ground control. The other team had to react. Like, at least you're doing something rather than holding on to that for 5 minutes, right? And that's why I always like the idea of being proactive because then the other team had to react to your ults. And yeah, not perfect, but you got the point, and that's what matters, right? You got the point. What rank is this? This is Silver 3. That's good. I mean, even if an ult gets 0, it can have value, right? Like, for example, like there could be people right here in the bridge, okay? And then rather than me ult here, I ult over here. What will happen? This is just an example of a diva ult. What would happen if they're here and I ult here? What is their option? They either run into my ultimate here, or they're forced into my team, and if there's like only 3 of them, I'm not going to get anything on the kill feed, but we win that, right? we win that. I'm saying if they're on the bridge, like the defense. So like you can get 0 limbs with an ultimate and still get high value. I'm not saying always get 0 limbs with your ult. It's just that there is value in using your ultimate in a situation that forces them into your team and then you win. Yep. Yeah, Simwall's a good example of that too. This is certainly a game of Overwatch so far. I'm okay with your pylon spot. You don't have to move it yet. You got the point already too, so you're okay here. It was very kind of them to wait that long to kill your pylon because you almost have your ult again. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to keep your diva alive there. Like I mean, obviously try to, but like don't be like, oh no, if your diva's like, why didn't you heal me? Like there's no way that diva's getting healed. That was really nice of the Zarya to use their grab early on when they didn't need grab to get the baby diva. I was worried they wouldn't be able to get the baby diva there, so. Okay, now think about where would be a good spot for you to go to right now that doesn't involve getting rolled from the middle of the middle. I don't know why I said middle like 5 times there, but you know what I meant. Or maybe it didn't. I have no idea. I don't even know what I meant. All right, here we go. All right. Go high ground. You have the capability to go high ground. You have the capability to go out a different doorway. You have the ability to go out the right stairs and up the door. There's a lot you can do there value-wise, so just think about what you're doing in that situation. Yes, also pay attention to your pylon. Okay, so your teammate's pushing the cart. You're going down middle right now. Just wait. Your team needs to wait. Everybody wait. Everybody just wait. Just stay up here. Yeah, good job. This is perfect. Look at it. Even the diva's inspecting the walls to make sure there's no moss on it. Apparently there is, though. A little bit right here. They were just making sure. All right? So chat's probably going, hey, the diva's playing there, the Zarya, all of that. Good swap. So why did the Zarya switch off to Roadhog? Well, I have a good explanation for that, actually. I have absolutely no idea. So the hog switched because they weren't getting healed? If that hog legitimately switched because they weren't getting healed at their spawn doors in a 1v4, then that's correct. That was a good switch. You gotta be healed there. What's going on? No, obviously, like, you don't want to... You're not gonna get healed at that point. Good job by the Reaper there. You're not gonna get healed if you're in their spawn doors, even as Zarya fully charged. Eventually, like, if your team, like, you can't expect your team to be up there with you because there isn't a good position. Like, even if you're popping off, you have to think about where your teammates have the position to be able to help you. And sometimes that just won't work out well. Also, that sounded cool on the teleport. No, Diva's fine on Diva now, especially with the Zarya swap. I'm okay with Diva here. I'm okay with Diva on this. That ult's gonna get someone. When I said I was gonna get someone, it got 3. But I don't understand how it got 3. I need to look back at this one now. Where did that ult land that was so good? Honestly, that was actually a well-placed ult. It wasn't on purpose, but that was a well-placed ult. I like that. All right, now your team finishes with time, which is always good, right? It's better than not finishing with time. That's good. All right, let's see how this goes. So far, a couple things we've seen. Obviously, your pylon usage can be a little bit better, obviously. But overall, it's just been kind of like a death match that the best thing you can do is just try to be with your teammates. Because otherwise, it just turns into you getting isolated and then 1v5s all the time. All right? All right, here we go. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit. I want to explain something here that you're doing. Now, we look at this and we go, is this good positioning? Yes. So we look at this and you go, this is going to be good positioning, right? Where you were playing at. But what was the problem that happens? And I talk about this from time to time. And what that is that it's going to be better if you have everybody in your team on the same page, rather than everybody doing something different. So 4 of your teammates, maybe 3, played aggressive. I think it was actually 4 of your teammates. You played passive in the back. Just play a little bit more aggro. Because at that point, it's going to be better to commit with what your teammates... And it doesn't mean that... Keep in mind, that this doesn't mean that like you're going to be like, oh, let's always play out of position, because it's more along the lines of your teammates are playing close in this situation, move up just a little bit. You can always use your disengage, etc. But it's better to be on the same page as a team than to have 5 people doing 5 different things. So you were basically losing a little bit of value there by just not, you know, being a little bit closer. It doesn't mean that your diva should play up there. And that's not what we're getting at. It's just you can get a little bit more value out of playing closer. Anyway, there we go. Yep. Oh no! I would have tried the same thing, and I think the same result would have happened. I can't even comment on that one. I think the same result would have happened anyway, you know? Sometimes you just try to get out of there, and you hit the button, and you don't know if you can make it over or not, and you try it, and then there you go. That's what happens. Yeah, you can use the Pylon also. Like, right now, you could drop the Pylon next to you and just do damage to him. See that, Ana? Like, let me give you an example of what you could do there. I'm not saying this is what you want to do in every situation. Now, even in hindsight, you probably don't because the Reaper's flanking. But, like, you can throw your Pylon, like, right here and just start shooting at that Ana. You know what's going to happen? That Ana's going to sit there, and they won't be able to kill you. And you'll be able to do a bunch of damage to him. Now, I'm not saying do that all the time, but, like, in these type of situations, you can make that play happen. Because your teammates are still a little bit to the right, so that off angle actually ends up being a little bit better. And instead, you get 1v1, and you didn't use your Pylon. Real talk, it's okay to throw your Pylon on the floor there and hope that the Reaper misses one shot and heals you enough. Then that's where the fights change. So, don't be afraid. Like, what value are you going to lose from your Pylon right there if you throw it on the ground? You can just destroy your Pylon when you're respawning. They won't be able to, like, force a cooldown on it. So, like, what are you... Like, what are you... At that point, what...
I see the enemy.
Oh, okay, I don't even... What I don't understand about that is the Reaper gets shot at by you, sees you, and then decides to back up 2 feet. Like, they're like, oh, I backed up 2 feet? You don't know I'm here now. What was their plan? Like, oh, they know I'm here. If I back up 2 feet, they're gonna think I'm gone. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that confused me. I'm like, okay, yeah. All right, let's continue on. He had ult? Does not have ult. I can see that right now. That's on your diva. Good luck. Good ult timing. That's okay to solo ult the Bastion. I'm okay with that. Nice job. I'm watching right now on... You could adjust your Pylon spot. That's a diva ult. Perfect. That's going to be... Yep, that was certainly an ultimate that was used. Sometimes you just want to use your ultimate to use your ultimate, right? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just want to use your ult because you want to hit a button. And I get it. I get it. That's fine. Is it ideal? No. But is it... You know what? Why not? Wow, the ground farer in front of you. This is going to go well. All right. Playing that fine. Healing Pylon spot's in an okay spot. I would recommend a little bit to the side. Just a little bit, because they're going to be able to see that from the high ground, and then you might lose that Pylon there. So just like a slight adjustment. Start to recognize, like, oh, I can make a better Pylon location here. I'm not saying there... I mean, okay, the Sigma's just going to fall down and flank. Oh, wait, no, that's because your Diva's up there by themselves. Okay, that was a... Your Diva does have a play style. Yep. I think you can find way more opportunity to do damage. Thank you for the 60 months. It's been a while, absolutely.
Been a while, crocodile.
I feel like you're kind of... I like this. Good job readjusting your position. This is okay to do that and still be within your team spot. Like, I like you taking the off angle. Whether you'll win or lose this, which it looks like your team's not going to win this, I'm still okay with you taking that. Oh yeah, what a treat. So they bet that was by accident. What, the high ground control? Listen, it's not always. No.
Healing pylon out.
All right, that's a healing pylon. We take it. I want you to be a little bit proactive with your ultimate right now, okay? Nice job. They use E. There needs to be a time and soon where you use your ultimate because, like, your teammates are in a spot where D.Va's gonna ult. That is an ultimate. Okay. I still think I need to see what happens here, but I have a feeling that with where the cart's being pushed right now, if you don't use your ultimate at a certain point here, what in the world? Okay, so you still haven't. All right, there's cleanse. You heard cleanse now, so like this is a timing. You have a timing now. Like you need to ult soon, otherwise you're gonna lose the value. You're gonna lose the value. Like they're gonna push the cart in. You can't. Might be lagging a little bit now. Man, I think it might have been lagging there. A little bit of lag right there. Okay, but we need to talk about this very quickly because I want to. Your team. Okay, your team loses that. Although it looks like you lagged out a little bit. That can happen. But like, maybe you win this. But you hold this. Either way, be more proactive with your ultimate. Otherwise, you have to win team fights like that, which are not guaranteed to win those. And so they missed everyone? Listen, let's be honest here, okay? Chat, when I play Kiriko, the amount of times... when I play a Yari, the amount of times I will miss my ultimates is never. I don't miss my ults. No, I miss my ults all the time. I play a Yari, and if I get one person with that ultimate, then we had a good ult. I miss that ult so much because you have to track 8 cooldowns, right? You have to track 8 cooldowns. And that's that. You gotta track a lot of cooldowns. I was gonna go with something else there and I kind of just forgot. Nice. Good job using your movement ability to get out of that. Using your heals. You have to go to point. You're gonna be the one that has to go to point. You're gonna be... Now, chat, we're not gonna play the song because it wouldn't have mattered there, but you need to recognize the scenario there. Even that... I always talk about those extra few seconds can make or break, like, what your team has. Granted, obviously, it didn't matter. But yeah, that was obviously not as ideal as it could have been. So, yeah, it's been very interesting because I want to be able to give more feedback, but a lot of the feedback is also how your team's playing. And, like, because your team is playing the way that they are, the best thing you can do is kind of adjust to some of the play style. But I do think you don't do enough damage output on an AR. And what I mean by that is, like, you kind of will stand there and just kind of chill. When you can just be doing, you know, 400 damage here. Oh, there we go. Speaking of damage output, love to see it. See the value you're getting there with Kiriko, though? Same thing goes with the Yari. Like doing a little bit more damage in those situations is gonna be really key. Now, my question is how does your team already have 80% on the point? Yeah. All right. This is ridiculous. Okay, they got it too. It got all... Okay, well, I thought we were going to get through this video without... I have to play this on because they gave up 99% and then they still had... I didn't even remotely back up to the point. That was something. Obviously, they got there at like 99%, but at that point, it was just... Yep. All right, good first point here in overtime. That's what we like to see. we like to see. I'm fine with that class. Use your swift step if you need to. Like, even if, like, you're fine there, it's okay to swift step out just a little bit to, like, guarantee you're going to survive that. You know what I mean? Nice shot. Good job. All right. So chat knows where we're going with this one here. You have Kitsune. It is very important that you be very proactive with this ultimate because you just capped the point that quickly, which means the other team probably didn't build as many ultimates as you think they would have. So you can't let them use theirs first. So you are going to want to Kitsune this when you see the opportunity, which will be once they drop down, just use it. And I know that seems like, oh, well, not all the time. I agree. But I want to get you in the habit of being proactive with your ultimate here in overtime rather than waiting forever. Now, there hasn't been an opportunity. So right now, I'm not going to... It's not Kitsune time. Now...
Let the Kitsune
Perfect.
guide you.
Perfect.
Thanks.
You're going to look at that and you're going to be like, wow, what happened? That, believe it or not, that ultimate was in a good spot. That actually was great. Hey. In that direction? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Look at this way. They ulted here, right? This is where the other team dropped. So they have to play inside of your Kitsune. So your teammates are going to be able to just follow up and get value on them because they have to play inside of your Kitsune. If it's with 5, it's a little bit different, right? Obviously, like if you Kitsune into them, but they have like the map control and the Kitsune, you can't push into it and get the value, but they only had 2 there and you had numbers. So like at that point, when you Kitsune this way, it's fine. You could, yeah, could you Kitsune this way? Yeah, but you could, this way is fine too. I think that was totally fine. They were split. They were just split because of that, and it was a good ult. I don't mind that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just, you're using your ult, and that's what matters. So. Good job. Yeah, your teammate's just snowballing. The other team hasn't regrouped yet. They're just snowballing them. This is perfect. What you would do in theory now is just have your Sombra EMP in a second. Just EMP in right away once you see even one there. Perfect. Yeah, your team played this well. Obviously, they just had someone leave or DC out, but like your team was done. There's nothing they can do about it. That was good. That was a good third point. All right, let's see what happens on defense here. I want to point out, by the way, if you look at the slight adjustment you've made here, and this is what I was talking about. You see on Kiriko how you're playing up here a little bit further, right? If you did this on a Yari when your teammates are here, this gives you more value and allows for you to be able to heal up your diva when they're playing as aggro. So now you're not on a Yari, but do you see how your position has shifted a little bit? This is good. Now your teammates are backing up so you can back up at the same time. You see now? Now you're a little bit more playing together as a core, and you're adjusting your position and off. So I like this. I like to see that. I'm okay with this for now. The Queen is playing aggressive, and they might fall over, but... Okay, the Moira is trying to do the same thing the other team did to you. Nice play. That was great. Some chat... There is a question there. There is the question of, do you just win the frontline fight and then fall back and give them a couple ticks? I think that could happen there. Nice shots. But that needs to be communicated and played the correct way. Otherwise, you end up just, like, not paying attention to the front line, not paying attention to the point, and then that's how you lose that right away. So you need to, like... I'm okay with that 1v1. It worked out. Sometimes that 1v1 won't go that way, and you might be able to, like, kind of almost be like, oh, in hindsight, do this and that, but, like, I think that was fine. Honestly, that was... Here's the thing. Chat, this was described as one of the most silver games. You tell me. What I will say is this. We talked about it. Your Pylon usage needs a little bit of work. Do a little bit more damage output on the Ari when you can. And look at your position. Play with your team and how they're playing a little bit sometimes, rather than try to 1v5. And I think you'll be in a good spot. But it was also said this is a silver game. Like it was described as like this was a... What was the exact way this was described? It was described as the most silver game? You tell me, because I've seen silver games, and some of them have been even more scuffed, and some of them have been less scuffed. But is it what you see in silver all the time? I don't know. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectating, your own VOD, all that. Look in the description below. My Discord's right there. Record these live on stream. See the Twitch chat right there below the webcam. Follow the stream. Follow everything if you haven't. We have a lot of fun. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.